Alright guys, bringing you something a bit different. We got a bit of Killing Floor gameplay in the background, but we're not going to be talking about that. The reason I'm playing Killing Floor, I was bored today. I played enough Minecraft, so I thought I'll jump into Killing Floor, nothing else to play. And I haven't really played much of this game at all, but I really enjoyed it actually. I found this map that is really bright and all. Like, one thing I really don't like about Killing Floor, and really puts me off playing it, is the dark maps. I really can't stand that. I just don't enjoy it. And this map is really good, so I'll have a look out for it. I'm not sure if it's a special map or if it's just a normal map or not, but I'll definitely look out for that. And I can't remember the name, guys, sorry. And in case you're wondering, I am using the lever action rifle on support class, which I shouldn't have been doing, but I thought I was on sharpshooter. Okay, noob move, I know. But guys, from now on, I'm not going to be talking about the gameplay, but you can just enjoy it in the background. But, okay, what we're going to talk about today is a topic that Ken brought up in a couple of videos back. He was talking about, he actually pointed out a statistic about Machinima Respawn's views in the last 2 months dropping by 20%. And Zach kind of wanted to talk about that. My sort of reasons why I think that happens, and also just the YouTube gaming community in general, right? You know, the gaming community, as far as I know, started off with montages, and just gameplay, just people putting gameplay on YouTube back in the COD 4 days, I believe. And you know, some of the first guys were, for example, as far as I know, Pyropuncher and Xcal. And I think Axcal was the first guy to do a commentary. I'm not entirely sure what happened through the World at War period. If you do know what happened, then stick in the comments. And I think Scene Anners came about during the World at War period, as far as I know. And then when Modern Warfare 2 came, you know, there was this influx of new commentators, new content, you know, things that really, something new to the gaming community. Yeah, there were commentators around there, but I mean, there wasn't anywhere near the amount of content there is now. And I think people enjoyed that. And the views are really good on Respawn. You know, Ken in particular, he got 40k plus views every video. His popular series, like the Silly Soldiers, they got like 60 plus k. Silly Soldiers is a great series, and even the smaller guys on the Respawn channel, you know, they didn't really struggle to get sort of 15, 20 plus k views, whereas now they really, really do. And I kind of wanted to give my reasons why I think that is. You know, Modern Warfare 2. Well, I think everyone, towards the end of Modern Warfare 2, yes, the views did start to dwindle. But what really killed the views, in my opinion, was Black Ops. Now, Black Ops was what, when the views originally started dwindling towards the end of Modern Warfare 2, which you're going to expect from a game that's been out, you know, almost a year. People are going to get bored of watching it. I think everyone expected Black Ops to sort of revive the gaming community, revive the views, and it just didn't. And, you know, the reason is pretty simple. I just don't like it. As well as a lot of people, don't like Black Ops. And it's weird because, you know, Modern Warfare 2, it was really annoying, had noob tubes, but I still kept going back to it and enjoying it until the last few months when I got sick of it. But Black Ops, after 3 months, I was so bored of that game. It just lacked the fun factor, and I just don't enjoy watching commentaries from anyone on Black Ops. And that is what kind of killed the videos for me. But I personally believe that Modern Warfare 3 will bring back the good old days. Now, I do realize, well, this is what I think. I think Modern Warfare 3 is either going to make or break the YouTube gaming community. Because I think, what I personally think is, it might not get back to the original views, but I think it really will get healthy views because, yeah, I don't know, it's just Infinity Ward's games, they're just more enjoyable to watch. I don't know why, I think they're more fast-paced, more enjoyable to watch, and, you know, the private games are much more fun. You know, when do you ever see people doing Mike Myers and stuff on Black Ops? Well, I don't see it anyway. And, you know, Rat Shield, all fun stuff is back in Modern Warfare 3. So personally, I do believe that Modern Warfare 3 will bring back the sort of glory days, you might say. But if it doesn't, if the views continue, obviously there'll be an original boost of views in the first month. But if that doesn't last, where's the community gonna go? I personally think if that doesn't last, we need a new game. Like, we need a new first-person shooter that's going to sort of dominate the YouTube gaming community like Call of Duty has. Personally, I think that they're what do you call them? What do you call that? The group that were originally part of Infinity Ward are off making their own game. You know, them guys know the recipe to a good game because they, you know, created Call of Duty. So I think their game could be it whenever that's released. But I mean, you know, if Modern Warfare 3 continues to dwindle like Black Ops does, the views wise, you know, where's the community gonna go? That's something that kind of worries me slightly. And you've got Minecraft, which is going to be done in November. You know, it's going to be a full game, and you know, as soon as that game is finished, it's going to start dying. It's just a fact. And with no Minecraft and Call of Duty struggling with views, you know, where's the views going to come from? I don't know. So if you got any sort of suggestions in the comments as to what game you think could become the big game on YouTube or whatever, the one that everyone watches, in the comments tell me. I personally think if Modern Warfare 3 feels, not that I don't think it will, then I think it'll be, what do you call them? Is it Respawn Entertainment or something you call them? I'm not sure. But I think that their company will be the ones to bring out the next FPS. Anyway, get back to the Modern Warfare 3. Yeah, so Modern Warfare 3 and Modern Warfare 2 and hold on, what was Call of Duty World at War? What am I talking about right now? I don't know. But anyway, we're going off topic there. I was talking about Minecraft, and I kind of lost track. So back to that. Yeah, that's my views on why I think. Now that was Ken's question. Why are the views doing so bad? Because Black Ops sucks, basically, and hopefully Modern Warfare 3 will bring that back. But I wanted to touch on a couple of other topics as well. I also think these days, in today's community, I don't know if it's just because the views are born and people are posting Black Ops, but I think it's a lot harder to gain subs these days. And I think a lot of you guys will agree with me. I mean, no disrespect to some of the big YouTubers out there, but some of the guys that were around in the beginning and have big channels now, I don't think they'd have a chance of having a successful channel if they were trying to get their way from the bottom now. I really don't, because it was a lot easier. The fact is, it was a lot easier to get noticed back then because there wasn't 100th of the many people doing it anymore. It probably wasn't 1,000. I mean, like, there is literally thousands of people doing this now, and it's a lot harder to get noticed. So that's something that frustrates me, but I don't know if that's, I think obviously that is partly because, or mainly maybe I might say, because there's so many people doing it, but I also think a big factor why it's hard to get noticed today is nothing's really getting them massive views that people got originally. Maybe that's just because there's more people and it's more spread out, and there is as many views, it's just over more videos. That could be the case. Or also not, but not on Respawn, because they've actually taken down the amount of videos they post every day to try and increase the views. That hasn't really made much difference from what I've seen. So as I was saying, yeah, I think it's a lot harder these days to gain subs. I mean, unless like somebody Woody's Gamertag gives you a shout out and you get like instant 5k subs, and even that isn't much in today's sort of market, you might say. So yeah, it's not looking good for people that are aspiring to have sort of successful YouTube channel, is it? Lack of views, so many people doing it. Lucky enough, I've been on Machinima lately. Hopefully that'll kind of give my channel a boost. But even still, being on Machinima these days isn't as big a factor as it used to be. Because especially sports, the views just aren't what they used to be. Yeah, so yeah, that's kind of my rant about the YouTube community almost done. A couple of questions before I go. What do you think is the reason for the lack of views on sort of Machinima in particular, but in general, except for obviously the big guys, they're always gonna get the views. They don't even talk about gameplay half the time, which is probably why they get good views, because it's more interesting to listen to, and people don't really care about the gameplay anymore. And so what game do you think could take over Call of Duty if Modern Warfare 3 fails to revive the YouTube gaming community views? Also, I think, yeah, so that's basically the question. And one thing I wanted to mention too is I think the gaming community is kind of struggling to, I know a lot of people say think it's like one of the biggest communities in YouTube, but when you look at the sort of music side of it, the music side of YouTube, the vlogs, and the kind of sort of news shows and stuff that Philip DeFranco were doing, they're all doing a lot better. All the guys with 1 million plus subs aren't gaming. I think, is there any gaming channels with over 1 million subs? And FPS Russia doesn't count. I don't think there is any gaming. If there's any gaming channels with more than 1 million subs, please tell me. So yeah, and also, like, I think the thing is, if you're like one of these guys that does covers, not to go on the other topic, covers and stuff on YouTube, I think they find it, it's a lot easier, I think, to get noticed in other departments, you might say, because there's not as many people that can do it. Not as many people can sing really well. If you're a really good singer, you got a good chance to get noticed on YouTube, in my opinion. If you're really funny and stuff and you do sort of news shows, they in my opinion, they take a lot more work and editing than a gameplay. Because basically you stick the gameplay on there and you do a commentary over it. But I think everyone can do that. Don't get me wrong, some of my videos, like You're a Wizard Maxwell, I put a lot of effort into. But in general, on Machinima videos, I tend to put a lot of effort into them. But in general, my channel videos are recording gameplay, maybe doing a bit of editing, a commentary, stick the intro in front of it, and you know how many people can do that. And you know, I hate to say it, but commentating isn't that difficult, and that might sound a bit arrogant to some people, but it's really not, and a lot of people can't do it. Whereas, you know, it's a lot harder to do a lot of the other things that people are doing. In, you know, the bigger guys in YouTube, for example, Freddie Wong, you know, that takes some serious skill to do what he does. And Epic Meal Time, you know, that's just an original idea. So originality and skill is what's getting them guys big, you know, and anyone can be a YouTube commentator, in my opinion. Gameplay commentator, but I suppose it's all down to your personality, isn't it? And I suppose some people, don't get me wrong, some people do really good edits and stuff. Some people do really good videos. For example, Teamart. Teamart does his interactive videos are amazing. You know, he puts some serious effort into them. But anyway, guys, that's my rant. I just wanted to point out a few topics about the YouTube community, my kind of worries for where it's going, and my reasons for why I think it's in the state it is. Guys, this has been Maxwell talking about the YouTube gaming community. And yeah, see you later, guys. Usual rate, comment, subscribe. See you later.